Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are in for several days of fall candle reviews coming up here on my channel, so I hope you guys are excited and ready. I know there are many of you that are not ready to go down the path of fall, whether it's fall fragrances, whether it's anything having to do with fall at all. In that case, definitely come back to this video maybe when we're in September, and hopefully you will find these reviews helpful. But Kringle Candle was kind enough to send me all 6 of the new fall 2023 Kringle candles to review for you guys, as well as all 6 of the new country candle fragrances as well. And the way that I'm going to schedule these for upload while I'm out of town is every morning there will be a Kringle review, which is the jar that you see in front of you here. So this particular soy candle from Kringle. And then in the afternoon will be one of the country candle fragrances. So make sure that you're subscribed, and those videos should pop up in your subscription feed. I have been burning these candles for the last several weeks, and I am definitely at a point with each fragrance where I feel very comfortable sharing my thoughts. I am at least a third of the way through most of these. A couple of them I'm not quite a third of the way through, but especially with this style of jar from Kringle, so like I guess you could say the original soy, which also used to be paraffin, but whatever. These 2-wick jars here, I feel very confident in reviewing them prior to getting to the halfway point. The reason that I wait until the halfway point for most candles is because that's usually when a lot of potential issues can occur. So I'm talking puny wick syndrome, I'm talking sooting, I'm talking the wax getting dirty, but the Kringle soy formula is so consistent for me, and it's so rare that I have a miss performance-wise that I'm willing to review these just a little bit earlier than I do normally. The country candles are a little different in that those guys just had a switch over in the spring to the soy formula, and I do still think that there is some room for improvement there, but we'll talk about the country candles when we get to them. We're kicking it off today with Vineyard Harvest, which I have to admit, out of the 6 scents from this soy collection here, this is definitely my least favorite. I rarely have what I would call a miss fragrance-wise from Kringle, but this one is just a total miss for me. I don't care for this scent personally. However, I'm still going to try to do an objective review, if you will. But just keep in mind that these particular fragrance notes just really don't appeal to me. And I was kind of hoping that this would be a little bit more of a take on a wine scent, maybe like a Merlot or Pinot Noir type scent. But what I'm smelling here just comes across as kind of artificial. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrance notes here. I will, of course, as always, link these candles in the description box right below this video. You can also use my discount code, which is just Melanie15, to save 15% on these candles. They're not on sale yet. I'm not sure when they're going to go on sale. If history is going to repeat itself, it usually takes Kringle a little while for the new release scents to go on sale, but they will eventually. I'm going to guess that might be sometime towards middle end of September. I'm not 100% sure about that, but for the time being, you can certainly save 15% with my code. Again, check out the description box. All right, Vineyard Harvest. Take a walk through the vineyard during fall harvest of dark fruits of plum, raspberry, and black currant wrapped in fresh rose, warm cedarwood, and creamy vanilla sugar and caramel. All right, that description sounded very lovely, didn't it? Let's go through the fragrance notes. We're gonna go back to that description here in a second. The top notes are raspberry, cassis, and apple. The mid notes are damask, plum, rose, and cinnamon. The base is cedarwood, vanilla sugar, and caramel. All right, what do I actually smell in here? I smell essentially what is just a really kind of, I hate to use this word, but like a cheap grape type smell. It kind of leans a little bit towards maybe like a grape flavored lip smacker, which was always my least favorite flavor. It also kind of gives hints of so if you have a kid, a lot of times when you buy like children's Tylenol or, you know, any type of like children's like liquid medication, oftentimes it will either come with like a cherry or a grape flavor. I feel like I smell that super artificial, just downright like unpleasant grape flavoring in this scent. It is the predominant note for me, and I'm really having a hard time picking up any of these other notes. Like, I do not smell raspberry, I do not smell cassis, and I do not pick up apple at all. Do I pick up maybe a touch of plum? Maybe the slightest touch of plum, but I do not smell rose and I do not smell cinnamon. I also do not smell cedarwood. Caramel, I don't know where that caramel is coming from, but it's not present in the post burn or the cold sniff. And I do not smell anything in the way of vanilla sugar. Is this a sweet scent? Yes. Almost, though, in a cloying way, unfortunately. I feel like this one was a big miss for kind of a cool concept for a candle. There was a candle years ago that I bought from Root Candle that I think was called Merlot. And if you ever had that particular scent, definitely chime in. But I feel like that one was a much more accurate take on like a grapey, like wine type scent without coming across with like that kind of cheap imitation grape. I think that that's my beef with this, is that it's that artificial grape that is in no way authentic to my nose at all. Yeah, nothing about this smells authentic to me, and I think that that's where like the biggest miss is for me, is that I don't like artificial scents. And this one here just comes across as nothing but artificial to my nose. I'm really sad to give a Kringle scent such a like bad review, because I feel like for the most part, like the Kringle team knocks it out of the park with their different collections that come out for, you know, like spring, summer, and then, you know, the fall and holidays. They normally do such a great job, but maybe it's my nose, or maybe it's just my sensitivity to that, like, because my daughter is 11, so she's just now starting to grow out of like taking a lot of those like children medicines, if you will. But, you know, just years of giving her like the grape flavor. She preferred the grape over the cherry, but she didn't like the grape either. But like forcing that down her throat every time she was sick, just kind of, maybe that just turns me off a little bit from this scent. But I also just don't think it smells anything like the fragrance notes. And I know some people have mentioned in the comments that they don't like how Kringle sort of adds like a lot of fragrance notes to their descriptions. Like they really kind of take it down like this flowery route, if you will, in terms of the verbiage, when in reality, most people are just going to pick up like a few of the scent notes, right? Like, I can tell you that my nose, it's not crazy sophisticated. Like, I'm not coming at you with some sort of like, you know, my nose has been insured by like, you know, I don't know, Sotheby's or whoever insures ridiculous things. Like, I don't have a super fancy sniffer here. But I do know when things smell good, and I do know when things smell artificial, and this one just smells way too artificial. I've had a hard time burning this one. You can see I am at least a third of the way through here, and I've kind of been struggling through this one, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to continue to burn it after this review. This is one of those candles where I'm going to put it in my my little box of candles that my friends get to pick through, that I either don't care for personally or just fragrances that I'm kind of over at this point. I do think that some of my friends will probably enjoy this, so I'm gonna give them a chance at it. But for me, this one is definitely, I'm not gonna continue to burn it after this review. So I really appreciate Kringle sending it, but it's not for me. In terms of the strength and the throw, if you do wanna give this one a chance, and maybe what I would tell you is try the wax melts first or try a daylight, just to make sure that you jive with like the grape that's coming across here. But the strength and the throw are that kind of more like typical Kringle 2-wick candle medium solid throw. So the strength of this is about like a 6.5. The throw is, luckily it doesn't travel super far. I'm actually gonna put the throw at more of like a 5.5. It certainly it fills the room where I have it, and in this case we are filming these videos in my dining room. It smells quite grapey in here right now, but yeah, luckily it doesn't travel too far. I've had this in several other areas of the house, and no matter where I put it, it just never really left kind of the area where it was. It certainly is quite noticeable in the rooms where I'm burning it, and as I'm walking towards those rooms, I get whiffs of it, but it's not one of those like powerhouses. So I'm glad for that personally, but if you are someone who is looking for that artificial grape flavor and you want a real powerhouse, I'm not sure this one is gonna do it for you. But that being said, just because I don't like this one doesn't mean that you won't like it. So if you picked this one up and you've had a chance to either just smell it on cold sniff or, you know, actually have had a chance to burn it, please leave your thoughts in the description box down below. I'm just telling you guys my opinion. There might be a whole host of different opinions. I have tried not to ask my other candle buddies too many questions about their thoughts on these fragrances, because I like my videos and my opinions in these videos to be my own and to not necessarily be influenced by others. But I'm certainly going to be checking out some other reviews coming up here just to see how others feel about this. But leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out the link and the discount code in the description box. I appreciate you guys being here. Please, if you are new, take the time to subscribe for more candle content and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys later on this afternoon for the first country candle review. Thanks a lot. Toodaloo.